Until now, this hasn't been possible. Stick around and we'll get right to it. Real quick, before we get going, I've got to give a shout out to these guys. They're my latest patrons over on Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, I'll leave a link to Patreon down in the description below. If you've played with APRS messaging in the past, then you know that in order for a message to be successfully delivered, both parties have to be online, have their radios on, and be close enough to a digipeater that they can be heard. Otherwise, that message just vaporizes into nowhere. Well, now we have a brand new store and forward feature from NA7Q. Yep, that's right, the same NA7Q that just brought back SMS from APRS messaging and that service. This is a new one that he's just introduced that is really, really cool. Now, a couple of caveats before I show you how to use this new system. A, it's brand new and should be considered beta for the time being. I've been playing with it over the last few days and it has worked flawlessly so far. But with any new system, there may be a bug in the system that he just hasn't discovered yet. If you do find one, you should reach out to him and let him know. And the second caveat is this is SSID specific. So if you send a message to someone's call -7 and they try to retrieve that message from their call -9, maybe another radio, well, they're not going to see that they have any waiting messages. Hopefully this is going to be resolved soon so that regardless of which SSID you're using, you will get an alert that you've got waiting messages. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to the laptop behind me, and I'll show you guys how to both send and retrieve your messages. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is send a message from this station here, which is using APRSD WebChat 3.2.1. Note that I'm using the call sign K4FUN-15. That's our club call sign. It'll just make it a little easier not to confuse things as we progress through this video. I am going to address the message to mail. And I want this to deliver to my HT, so I'm going to use the @ symbol, KM4ACK-7. And then we're going to put our message out there. In this case, test for video. All right, let's go ahead and send that out and give it a second. We should get an ACK on that, and then we should get a message back that says our message has been accepted. Yep, so you see the green thumbs up tells me that that message was ACKed, and then I got the reply message left for KM4ACK-7. Okay, so on the HT, I've got an APRS message pulled up. You can see that that message is addressed to mail, and then in the body we have APRS-M. This is one that I sent earlier while I was playing with this, so we'll just go ahead and retransmit this message by clicking the menu button on the D75 and then re-TX. And that should have it sent out there. Now, if we give it just a minute, there we go. I saw the message flash by. Of course, the radio's yelling at me. Let's go back up here and let's go to the very top message. And if we read that, you'll see that there's our message from K4FUN-15, test for video. Now, let's take a look at one other thing here before we jump off of this video. I'm going to go into the settings and over to APRS settings. And I believe it's under either basic settings or beacon transmit. Can't remember which. Yep, I guess it was under basic settings. Let's check that. And I am looking for my status text. So I'm going to go into the status text, and you'll notice at the end there, I've got AP mail, Alpha Papa mail. If you put this in your status text, anytime you have messages waiting on the server, you will get an alert to your radio telling you that you've got mail. So, and the other one over there, just for anybody that doesn't know, where it says WinLink, if you've got that in your comment section and you're a WinLink user, anytime you've got new WinLink messages, you'll actually get a alert on any APRS radio the first time you beacon out and are heard by a digipeater. A big shout out to NA7Q for bringing us this new service. If you found today's information helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up before you head off. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, 888-888-7373.